欢迎来到 Chinese Journey，
我是 John，
我叫 Chris。
今天我们来聊一聊最近非常流行的电影《
流浪地球》The Wandering Earth。
电影是在中国农历新年上映的。
Recently, Netflix made the movie available, so you can watch it at home right now. I love the premise of this movie.
在100年之后，太阳将会吃掉地球。
To solve this problem, the nations of the Earth formed the United Earth Government. They're going to build 10,000 Earth engines to propel the Earth outside of the solar system and send the Earth to a star that I think was 2.5 million light years away or something.
整个地球将会持续旅行2500年。
To survive the long journey, Earth's inhabitants are going to have to move underground, and so they construct these massive underground cities that will house 3.5 billion people. Obviously, that does not cover all of humanity, and so they draw lots to determine who will survive and who will perish on the surface. As I said, I love the premise. I've never seen a science fiction movie like this. It's an apocalypse, it's the world is ending. You know, it's a very common trope in science fiction. However, how this movie handles it is it proposes this completely original idea, or at least I've never seen it in a movie.
It's a new idea.
Is the Earth will be the spaceship.
That's what I doubt too. As we all know, the spaceships are usually very exquisite and they need to be very precise on every small details. But the Earth is just like a giant dirt ball. How can it in any way compare to spaceship and travel in the space? That's absurd.
Have you been to Epcot at Disney World?
I don't know that.
Epcot is a park at Disney World in Florida. Like the symbol of the park is called Spaceship Earth. The whole ride is about how we are on a spaceship right now and it is circling the sun and it is called Earth. It takes that idea of Spaceship Earth to a whole new level. Now the Earth isn't just going to protect us and shelter us in the solar system, it's going to be a means of transportation to a totally new star. So what is causing the sun to grow? Which leads me to my major problem with this movie, the narrow scope of the movie. The sun is expanding, it's the apocalypse. They're gonna move the freaking Earth out of the solar system. Like, this is all deeply interesting stuff that's just glossed over in a couple of minutes. And instead, the whole focus of the movie is on 3 dudes.
Yeah, so it basically talks about a family issue.
The action-packed family drama.
Yes, family drama.
And in the whole movie, there's I think 3 female characters.
Yeah.
One, like, we don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to get into specifics, but like one character I find deeply annoying. She just causes problems and cries and whines, and then at the end of the movie, she has a major moment that it was too long, and you would never expect her to be emotionally mature enough to have that moment. It's a key moment.
Yes.
But everything you've seen from her earlier in the movie shows her to be childish.
I disagree. I think at that point, we need someone with that kind of childish behavior to remind everybody else. If you think sane enough, you're not gonna get touched by her.
Another female character was the son's mother.
You count that as a female. She didn't even do anything.
And we don't want to spoil anything. And the third female character is the military woman.
Yeah.
She does something that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't think she's calm and smart enough to carry such an important mission.
This is supposed to be a movie about all of humanity.
Yes.
And there's only 3 women, and they're all very
immature.
Very one-dimensional, basic characters.
Yes. That's one of the biggest flaws of the movie. When they describe people, it's not rich enough. We don't know story behind the person, why they do such reckless thing.
The father is portrayed by Wu Jing.
他编写、导演并主演了史上票房最高的非英语电影《战狼2》。
Wu Jing is very popular, but why is he in this movie? He serves no purpose really to the end.
He did a lot of things in the movie, in the whole mission, but we just didn't show that because what happened in the Earth is more important.
So in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, the son decides to run away. He decides to steal a heavy-duty, massive vehicle and run away. Where are you going?
Maybe they're trying to go to another underground.
But that was never said. Anyway, the point is, like, we don't know. The movie chooses to focus on these three people that we don't really understand why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah. The storyline is a little thin.
So it's a blockbuster, so I can suspend my disbelief and really enjoy the visuals. And there are some beautiful visuals in this movie, especially when they depict the planets. So the shots of Earth and Jupiter, especially Earth and Jupiter interacting with each other, are breathtaking.
Yeah, those things are wallpaper worthy. Every frame is a wallpaper.
Mm-hmm. Some of the CGI was a little weak.
Yeah.
But, you know, like you said, like, this budget was, I believe it was $50 million US.
Which is very low.
Which is very low for a blockbuster action film.
Yeah.
So, you know, some of the CGI was a little hit or miss, but overall the visuals were stunning.
Especially when they describe the Earth in that time. The whole city is frozen. Like Shanghai Tower, how tall is it? Can you estimate?
I don't know.
Let's look it up. Only small part of it is out of the water. Out of the ice. Most of it is buried under ice. They're totally made by the CGI.
I thought there's some really cool transitions in the movie, like how the director chose to transition from Earth to the space station. Like, oftentimes he didn't just use like a simple cut. Like, it was a very intricate, action-filled transition. Mm-hmm. I love the music. I thought the soundtrack was really good.
The soundtrack is constantly heightened.
Very tense. I appreciated the feel-good humanity message, how all of the nations of the Earth are going to collaborate to prevent the extinction of the human race. Overall, it's a thrill ride. It's an enjoyable movie. I'm glad I watched it. I hope that this movie is an important step in the Chinese cinema.
Yes, a major progress.
I hope that it gains more recognition around the world and China is able to continue to produce these internationally recognized films.
Yeah.
I give it 3 out of 5 stars. It was a solid, enjoyable movie.
Oh, that's still very low. I would give it a 4 out of 5, or even a little more, 4.2 out of 5.
Woo!
Yeah, because I think it's still a very good movie. There are some flaws in the movie, but you still would enjoy a lot from watching this movie.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe.
Go watch the movie on Netflix and tell us your idea about this movie in the comment below.
If you're learning Chinese, check out our language resources in the description.
And as you continue your Chinese journey,
加油!
加油!
Well, speaking of reckless, like, I think we're gonna have a spoiler alert.
Let's just spoil it.
Like, how did the scientists who were able to move the Earth, how did they not anticipate that Jupiter's orbit would have such a profound, disastrous effect on Earth? I have not read the original novella, but according to Wikipedia, in the original story, when the Earth passes Jupiter, there is not the crisis that is depicted in the movie. And so I feel like the whole movie is just, it shouldn't have happened.
I know, I feel like in this movie there are very few scientists. Even in the spaceship, there are like 2 to 3 astronauts.